One of the most common problems you'll see with walking is a lack of hip internal rotation. Let's take you through why we need internal rotation. When I'm stepping here and I'm stepping forward on my left leg here, okay, this hip here is in relative hip external rotation, and this hip here is in hip internal rotation. So here's where my pelvis is pointing, right? So if my feet, there was no rotation in my hips, my foot would be pointing here and here. So that would be neutral. So again, this hip here is external rotation, this hip here is internal rotation. If we can't internally rotate the hip, we're going to have problems. We're going to have problems stepping forward, and what we can do is we can get problems all up through the kinetic chain. Don't know where that problem's going to come from, but it will happen. So what we're going to do is, first of all, show me these hip movements here. We're going in the frontal plane, from side to side. Okay, weight goes on the right foot, the left foot. We've also got hips moving in the sagittal plane. Okay, pelvis goes forward, pelvis goes back. And last of all, we've got the pelvis going in the transverse plane. So imagine these are our headlights, our ASISs, and they're pointing all around the room here. So we are going to work on hip internal rotation. The way we do that is, first of all, I'm going to do this on my right side here. So I'm going to rotate my right foot in, and my big toe stays down on the ground. That's important. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to step around here. So again, the focus here is on my ASISs moving around the room. So I'm getting transverse, working through the transverse plane here. But tissue goes in all directions. So this is just a transverse plane, we need the other ones. So we're going to stop once we've wound that up now. So remember we talked before about getting the sagittal plane. Now here's the sagittal plane, we can add the arms too. And now I'm adding a reach in the sagittal plane. Oh yeah, that feels good. Go. And last of all, this time we're going to go on the frontal plane. And again, I can add the arms. All that is leverage in the arms. If that doesn't feel good, keep the arms out of it. Okay. And that adds our frontal plane. Now, what that'll often do is that'll help up free a hip in internal rotation, particularly when the hip is in neutral or extended, which is fabulous, and gets that hip working really well for walking.